I started telling stories when I was 3 years old, actually, in little notebooks that my mom gave me. I'd draw pictures and tell her the words, and she would write them down for me. When creating a story world, God somehow has to be in it, and our Christian worldview has to be included, or it's just gonna fall flat, in my opinion. When that really made a shift was in my later teens, when I realized whatever glory I could gain for myself was not worth it compared to the glory that God could get. God is the ultimate creator, so the creative process to me means following his example by trying to finger paint for Jesus, to create story, to create art, to tell others stories for the glory of God. So it feels kind of abstract, but I see art in spring flowers, in the wind, when I listen to worship on Sunday mornings, when I hear people speak and tell stories. From reading the Bible, I see that God creates joyfully, and I think as creatives, we need to nurture that joy. We need to be wise in nurturing our joy and where we take our stories or our art. I love in the Bible redemption stories, and it was so much fun showing redemption in choosing the right path and in helping somebody else choose the right path.
So moving here to Conroe, all thanks to God, we got plugged in very quickly to CP, to a house church, and just built that community so quickly.
Yeah, they're just really nice. We love our house church. After the book released, they all brought books to house church to ask me to sign it, which blew my mind. Our house church is really diverse with different ages and interests, and I found out there were a lot of people who like fantasy and science fiction. They were so kind to read and to boost the book in that way. I was surprised, and it was a blessing.
As the conversation starts, she's already pointing that glory in her story directly to God.
When I do get off the rails a little bit, he's really good to pull me back in.
And it's not just about the effort that you're putting into it, but about what other people can receive from you, going in and developing relationships with people. Other people could benefit.
Relationship is really hard, and so sometimes it's not fun to think about joining a group of people you don't know. It's worth it, though. It's worth working through that in a safe environment with people who share the same ideals that you do. It's a pretty safe place to work through uncomfortable feelings like that. As long as we're putting Jesus first and we're asking ourselves, whatever we're creating, whatever field we're in, is it bringing us closer to God? Is it helping others, encourage others to draw closer to God? I think, to me, art is how I see God's beauty that he's given the world.